Let's look at 25 through 28 from the traditional Unit 12 review. We're given that the cosine is a negative value. We know cosines are negative in quadrant 3 and 4. We're also told that the tangent is greater than 0 or positive. And I know based on all-star trig class, the tangents are positive in 1 and 3. So the overlap occurs in quadrant number 3. So here's my terminal angle. Now we know that the cosine is negative 7/9. Cosine is a ratio of adjacent over hypotenuse. Now, why do we not put a negative sign? This negative sign just allows us to choose the right quadrant. That's okay. It just allows us to choose the right quadrant. But this actually describes a distance on a triangle. That's why we don't actually include the negative sign. Now, how do I figure out this remaining side? We're going to go a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So I'm going to quickly put this in. 7 is going to be a leg. 9 is the hypotenuse. So a squared equals 81 minus 49, which is 32. I take the square root, and then I need to simplify it into 16 and 2. So 4 square roots of 2. Okay, so we need to, for number 25, we are asked to find the measurement of twice this angle. So let's figure out this angle, and then let's just take it times 2. Now, what are ways that we can do this? The first thing I need you to do is make sure that your calculator is in terms of degrees, which mine already is. So let's just think about quadrant 1 right now. If we had this triangle, I'm going to draw this exact same triangle. If we had this triangle, this side would be 7, this side would be 4 square roots of 2, and this side would be 9. Okay, so there's my triangle, right? And if we wanted to know this measurement, I could, if I know this angle, I can quickly find out what it is to go from here all the way over here, and I'm going to demonstrate that. So let's figure out this reference angle. Let's do simply, I don't care which one we do, we can do cosine. So inverse cosine of 7 divided by 9. In this quadrant, it would be a positive 7 over 9 because the cosine is positive. Okay, so that means that this angle right here is 38.9 degrees. That means that this reference angle, 38.9, is also here. So I need to go from here all the way over, so that's 180 plus an additional 38.9. So I'm going to take this and add 180. Okay, so now that I have this, it says I want 2 of those. So take this times 2, and here's how I get this measurement of 437.88 degrees. Let's look right now at number 26. Number 26. Number 26 says 2 sine of this angle. So I need to find that cheat sheet. Let me grab one. Okay, so now I have the cheat sheet. And I'm looking right here, and I'm going to write this out. Sine of 2u equals 2 sine u cosine of u. 2 sine u cosine u. Okay. So what are we going to do next? I need to figure out what is the sine of this angle. The sine of this angle is going to be, sine is opposite over hypotenuse. Now, in quadrant number 3, where this terminal angle lies, sines are negative. The cosine is going to be 7 over 9, adjacent over hypotenuse. And in quadrant 3, the cosines are negative. 2 negatives make a positive. 4 times 7 is 28. 28 times 2 is a positive 56 square roots of 2 over 81. Now, I want to make sure that to see if I can reduce that. So I'm going to take 56 divided by 81, and you can see it cannot be reduced. Here's my answer for number 26. Let's go over here and let's look at 27. 27 wants cosine of 2 theta. So I have different options. I want to do whatever is easiest. Again, we're going to get the same answer. You have a choice. I'm going to write down this one. Okay, so this is cosine is 2 cosine squared theta minus 1. And you may be wondering, why did I do that? Because when I look up here, if I do sine, does everybody see how sine would be opposite over adjacent? And I'd have a square root. I prefer not to work with a square root. And sine is included in these other 2 options. That's why I'm choosing the cosine. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. There is no square root. It's my reasoning. Okay, here we go. Cosine squared. All right, well, what is the cosine? Cosine is negative 7 over 9, so let's write it down twice because it says squared. Okay, negative 7 times negative 7 is positive 49 over 81 minus 1. Now, as long as you can use a calculator, grab a calculator. Otherwise, you're going to want to multiply 49 times 2, which is 98, divided by 81, reduce it, and subtract 1. It's going to take a little more work. Remember, half of your test does not allow you to use a calculator. And this is how we end up with 17 over 81. 17 over 81. All right, let's look now at number 28. Or number, yes, 28. Tangent of 2 theta. Okay, tangent of 2 theta. Well, there's only one option. Here's my only option. So I'm going to write down 2 tangent theta divided by 1 minus tangent squared theta. What is the tangent? Tangent up here is opposite over adjacent. So 2 times opposite over adjacent. 1 minus tangent squared. 4 square roots of 2 over 7. 4 square roots of 2 over 7. Well, in the numerator, let me push this up so you have a little bit better. This would be 8 over 7. So I have 8 square roots of 2 over 7. That's the numerator. And the denominator, I have 1 subtract 4 times 4 is 16. Square root of 2 times square root of 2 is square root of 4 over 49. 1 minus, well, this is really 2. 2 times 16 is 32 over 49. And that's really 49 over 49 because 49 over 49 is the same thing as 1. Okay, so let's do this on the calculator. Here we go. We have, this is 1, subtract 32 divided by 49, turn it back into a fraction. Okay, so this is what I have. Now when I do this, I'm going to do this horizontally. So there's my top, and now I normally would write divide, but remember division turns into multiplying, and I take the reciprocal of the second fraction. Okay, what can I do? Well, the 7 and the 49 reduce to 1 and 7, and these reduce to 1 and 2, and then this reduces to 1 and 4. Did I do something wrong? Tangent is opposite over adjacent. This looks correct. I'm just checking my work to see why it doesn't match up with the answer key, so hold up. This is 8 over 7. That looks good. This is 1 subtract, and then this is again 4 square roots of 2 over 7. Let me try plugging this in. Okay, let me see if I can plug this in. I'm going to omit this right now. Let's try this. 1 subtract. Oops, I do one more. 4 square roots of 2. I don't know why this is not matching up with the answer key. Divided by 7. Okay, and then we're going to square it. Oh, I put in a 1 too many. 1 subtract. Square root. 4 square roots of 2. Okay, divided by 7, not 4. Divided by 7. And squaring that. Okay, turning it back into fraction. Yeah, I have 17 over 49. 17 over 49 is right. Oh, you know what? I wrote it down wrong before. 17 over 49. My messy handwriting, I didn't read it right. That's why this was wrong. This is right. Now we just have to reduce this. Goodness sakes. Let's try this again. There's the top. We're going to turn division into multiplying and flip the second fraction. Here we go. Reduce, reduce. Now I have 56 square roots of 2 over 17.